Hello students, a very warm welcome to Arihant Online Academy, and here in this session we are going to learn that how to write a C program for transpose of a matrix. If a matrix is given to us, then how to convert that matrix to its transpose matrix. The concept is very simple. If your matrix is going to contain, three cross two, that is three rows and two columns, then your transpose matrix is going to contain 2 cross 3, that is 2 rows and 3 columns. Basically the number of rows is going to convert into number of columns, and number of columns is going to convert into number of rows. So as an example, if your matrix is like 2 3 4 1 5 6, then its transpose would look like something that 2 1 3 5 4 6, that is your, we are having 2 rows and 3 columns. 2 cross 3 matrix will be converted into 3 cross 2. So how it's going to be done, we are going to learn. This is a simple concept. Now you can simply see that as this video is for beginners from scratch for everyone. That is why in each video of us, whenever I have taught the programming, we have discussed from very scratch. So header file is going to be included. As you know, the printf and scanf function definition is held by this header file. So when C processor is going to work, that is going to expand that library functions. Now compiler is going to read the program from main function onwards. Here compiler going to read that an array A 10 by 10, an array transpose 10 by 10, a variable R and a variable C is declared with integer type. Basically we are going to hold integer values in an array. Here memory is 10 by 10, 10 by 10, but don't be get confused with it. It is manually can be changed. We can do 5 by 5, 10 by 10, 100 by 100, depends on your requirement. Now what we are doing, printf enter rows and columns. Basically user is going to let know that he or she have to enter number of rows or columns. So let's say user have entered 3 and 2. So this 3 is going to be stored at the address of R, and this 2 is going to be stored at the address of C. Basically 3 rows and 2 columns. Thereafter, as we have done in our previous program, right, where we have learned how to add to matrix, where we have learned how to access the element of array. We have discussed these things in our previous lectures. You can watch it. So using the for loop concepts, we have to fill this array, whatever user have entered. User may enter 4 by 5, 3 by 2, whatever. We have to fill it. So 3 cross 2 is nothing but it is going to have 6 elements, isn't it? So we have to fill 6 elements manually in the array. So this 2 for loop is going to work. First for loop is going to work for rows, and the second for loop is going to work for column. So let's say if this is going to be true, this is going to run column times. Again, if this is going to true, this is going to run column times. Here, if I am saying that 3 rows are there and 2 columns are there, then if this loop is true, this column loop is going to work 2 times. Again, 2 times, because the number of columns are 2. Now, every time the user is going to enter the number, that is going to be stored at the address of %aij. Initially, the value of I is 0, and initially the value of j is also 0. You can see here. So the first element is going to store at the address of A00. Next time, what is going to happen? The value of j is going to increment, because it is going to run 2 times, because the value of c is 2 and initially the value of j was 0. So the next value is going to be stored at %a01. So 2 elements are stored. Thereafter, if you are going to see, if we are having 2 columns, then 2 is less than 2. This is false. Again, upper loop is going to work, and next element is going to store at the address of A10. And the next element is going to be stored at A11. Likewise that. And at the last time, %A20 and %A21. So this is how 6 elements is going to store. After this is false and this is going to be false if user have entered 3 cross 2 in that case. Now what we are doing, whatever user have entered in these cases, we are going to print it one by one using the same for loop. This is going to access A00 first, then A01 first, then A10, A11, A20, A21. Basically the concept is same. Why we are using if j equals to c minus 1, then print slash n? Because if j is going to equal to c minus 1, basically let's say columns are 2, then it is initialized with 0. So for 0 it is going to work, for 1 it is going to work. If the value of c becomes 2, in that case this slash n is going to break the line so that our elements will look like this, else elements will be printed in the same line. That is why we are using this concept. Now what we are doing here, now we are transposing. Now the important concept is here that we are transposing. So in transpose of a matrix, what we are doing, again we are using 2 for loops, and in this for loop if we are going to observe, every time whatever aij is having, we are assigning that element to jai. It means that if I am having a00, then I don't have any problem. It is going to be assigned at the transpose of 00. It is going to remain same. But if I am having some elements at a10, then it is going to be stored at the transpose of a01. Getting it or not? A01, it is going to be stored at the A01. Simply you can see that it is 00 index, it is 01, it is 02, it is 10, it is 11, it is 12. So this 00 is remain, here it is. It 01, this 01, that is third, it is stored at 10. This 02, it is stored at index 20. 10, it is stored at 01, 11, 11, and 12 stored at 21. This is the indexing. The blue color is the indexing. That is, whatever is stored at 12 is going to store in its transpose matrix on the place of 21. So this is the concept. Again, for every row, every column, each and every position, basically you can say that for each position of array, this for loop is going to run and this assignment operation will be done. Because of that assignment operation, this transpose process will be done. And once this is going to be assigned, all the elements of the original array is going to assign in the transpose array. This will be our final lookalike of the array. Again, whatever transpose matrix is going to hold, we are printing the element of that. Transpose of the matrices, again, this for loops. One by one, we are accessing the elements. The concept is in previous program, how to access elements of array. And one by one, we are printing it. 0, 0, 0, 1. So this is going to run row times. This is going to run column times. And every time, now it is important concept. Here we are using j equals to r minus 1. Every time, if the elements ended with the row, we are going to break the line. Let's say the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it would be like this. Then we are having here 2 rows and we are having here 3 columns. So if the value of the row will be 2, means 1, 2 is covered, 1, 2 is covered, then it's going to be stored as, first it is running column time. Column time means it's going to add 1, 4. It would be like 1, 4. Thereafter, again, it would be 2, 5, and then 3, 6. So here you can see that this is running 2 times, that is row times. So whenever the first line, whenever the first loop that is going to be run column time, this is 1 is done, 4 is done. Thereafter line will be break. So that next element is going to print on the new line. Getting it or not? Again, 2 and 5 is going to print using this row concept, using this concept. Then after 2, 5, line will be break. So that the next elements would be on the next line. Why we are using row here? Because earlier we are running like row, we are running like column time. That when column is going to end, next elements would be on the new line. But here, if the elements are row times, then we have to print the new line because column is now converted to rows. So I have written this program in my coding dashboard. So let me try to run it in front of you. Transpose.c. Okay. The name of program is transport.c. So it will going to create some more clarity for you. Okay. So enter row and column. Let me enter 3 and column is 2. So enter matrix elements. I am simply storing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically, why I entered this, it is very much clear to you. A11 is holding 1, A12 location is holding 2, A21 location is going to hold 3. Now, if I am printing enter, you can simply see my entered matrix is 3 cross 2, that is 3 rows and 2 columns. Similarly, the transpose matrix is like this. This is the logic we have learned in our lecture, right? So the simple concept of arrays we have learned with the concept of for loop. Basically, for loop is going to be run, and this is how we have to assign. So this is the concept of transpose of a matrix. So, and this is the exact output. So I hope whatever I have discussed, I have delivered here are very much clear to everyone. Further, anybody is going to have any doubt or any kind of confusion, you can try to answer me, you can try to comment, you try to ask your query in comment section here itself, so that your all doubts will be clear. Thank you so much guys, have a very nice day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.